What's up, people? Welcome back. Well, it is after 1 a.m. Eastern Time. I just finished putting together a new TV stand for my new TV. And I thought I would just unwind and do a quickie comments corner. This is where I comment on some of your comments. And the last video that I will be commenting on, can you live without your cell phone? Planet of Linux, the sequel to Planet of the Apes, right? What's up, Planet of Linux? Where have all your subscribers gone? Are you still subscribed? Well, yes. The way you can tell, let me just show you real quick. If you go to a video of mine right here, let me pause this. It's going to say either subscribe or subscribed, and that's how you can tell if you are subscribed or not. All right, let's go back to the comments. Kevin Bragdon, hello, Kevin. Can you live without your cell phone? Well, I replied yes, but doing my channel would be more difficult. I mean, I use my phone to check messages, your messages, YouTube, my YouTube channel, notifications. Maybe a better answer for me would be maybe. I probably could, but it would make running this channel a lot more difficult. Linux PC installs. Hello, I can easily, really? You can easily live without a smartphone. Not so sure about living without a cell phone. Oh, that doesn't count. Come on, a smartphone is a cell phone. As I could never go back to using public payphones. Have you seen the state of those things? Do they ever get clean? And I'm supposed to slap that thing against the side of my face with the mouthpiece a couple of inches away from my mouth. Hey man, just use a hazmat suit, right? Let's see. I don't think so. There ought to be public health warnings slapped on those things. I hear you, man. Yeah. Give me an old basic cell phone, even one that can't send or receive text messages, and I can live with just that. Currently have a Galaxy S3, but it only ever seems to get used for texting and phone calls. I don't listen to music. Well, about the public payphones, I don't know the last time I used a public payphone. I think the last time I saw a public payphone was the very first episode of one of my favorite shows, Burn Notice. Of course, I did reply, laughing out loud, carry some of those disinfecting wipes. Next poll, can you live without wipes? And he replies, nah, I'll keep the smartphone. If push comes to shove, just give up phone calls altogether. I don't think so. All right, Dable Joe 193, hello. Believe it or not, some days I forget that it's even there. It even collects dust sometimes. Interesting, which is sad considering it's an Android phone. I actually kind of like Android, though. That's what happens when you give me a device with a restrictive, limited warranty and non-stock Android, Jelly Bean, or lower. Maybe you will understand me on this one with how Android can get a bit boring. Well, I mean, can't you customize your cell phone? All right, I did reply. Interesting. I did root my first device. Crossed my fingers and it works. It's my Toshiba Thrive. I'll have a little bit more on that later. All right, there were some replies here. Somebody mentioned, I think this has to do with Bill Gates dousing himself with a bucket of ice water for a worthy cause. That's strange. There's a new thing going around. I forget what it's for. I think it's Lou Gehrig's disease. Look, if you want to contribute to a cause, do you really have to pour a bucket of ice over your head? Of course, I had to reply, maybe I can take them off and pour a bucket of Max over me, right? Okay. Jim Septuagenarian. Hello, Jim. I have lived without a cell phone most of my life, so I can live without my cell phone if I had a house phone. A house phone is not connected, but having a phone is a must. My cell phone is used mostly for helping my wife find her cell phone. Really? Next, it is used when she calls me to check on me, which is most annoying. Oh man, maybe I should not be reading this one, Jim, but that is marriage. I hear you. I do get a few calls from my son's friends and from my medical people. They could just as well have gone to my house phone if I had one. I have, but rarely use Google phones. Same with Skype. A couple of years ago, my grandniece's cell phone broke while she and her family was traveling across country. I heard she became difficult. I pay $30 and change per month. Well, Jim, what can I say? I have been married and I am not married. Be grateful for what you have because I kind of wish I was still married. Anyway. Shadow 7, what's up? My cell is a prepaid phone, costs less than $10 a month and have 2,000 minutes on it. because I never use them. It's such an old model that I have to set the clock manually. Wow. It doesn't even have a touch screen. I'm pretty sure I can live without it until a tire blows or other travel like things, and there's no payphone to be found or other human willing to let me use their phone. Well, look, just have those wipes, sanitation wipes, those disinfecting wipes, just in case you have to use a cell phone. Miroslav, I'm actually living without my cell phone. Are you fibbing? Are you lying, Miroslav? Are you really? Mike T, what's up, Mike? I can live without a smartphone, but I can't live without a cell phone. Sorry, it doesn't count. A smartphone is a cell phone because I need it for simple phone calls and for text messaging, nothing more, nothing less. Well, I guess you could buy a basic phone, huh? Edmundo Studios, I don't think I could. I've been in love with smartphones since the iPhone 3GS. All right, Graham Linux. Hello, Graham. I only use my cell phone about 3 times a week. Rest of the time I use PC or Android tablet. So I would say I could live without my cell phone. Okay. JT, Jeff, Linux Turner, and Charlie Henson, thank you for sharing. Kevin Bragdon, I must be your only subscriber who can't live without their cell phone. I live on my phone. I watch this video on my phone. Well, Kevin, I use my cell phone to watch videos. I mean, why not? Let's see. I know it's sad. In fact, tomorrow I will be receiving a new phone via FedEx. I am upgrading from the S5 to the from the S3 to the S5. That's quite a jump because the S3, I believe, the S3 was a dual core. The S5 is a quad core. So yeah, you will definitely love that one. Verizon has a relatively new plan that is $60 a month for unlimited talk and text and 2 gigs of data. The phone is $150, but you get a $50 rebate. I have Sprint because I believe they are the last carrier offering true unlimited data. All right, well, that's it for this video, for this Comments Corner. I'll have relevant links below in the show notes. If you haven't already, check out my latest Indigo project, Love the Mac. I would like to finally do Mac reviews and honor past requests for taking a look of Macs through the eyes of a Windows user like myself. I don't think it's going to get funded, to be honest, and honestly, I really haven't socialized that much or really gone out too much into the social blogosphere to promote that project. But anyway, it'll be below in the show notes. Let's see, I'm also thinking about doing a live YouTube stream to try and better connect with you guys and maybe answer some of your technology questions live. So look for that in the future. And right now it is after 1:30 a.m. and I am ready to go to bed. So thank you so much for watching and listening. And as always, I will catch all of you sometime in the future.